Why, hello there, everyone. Wow. How do I sound? Do I sound okay? I can tell you this, I'm really, really tired. Hello, everyone. It's your buddy, Mr. Maynard here. And it has been a crazy weekend here in St. Louis. Trying to get my volumes right. This is just going to be on the fly, everyone, so bear with me. If something's wrong, just throw it in the chat. Welcome to the Missouri MOGameCon 2018 recap. This whole weekend was a blast here in St. Louis. We had our third annual Missouri Game Convention. This year, it was at the St. Charles Community College, and I will say right now, it was a success. It was a success. This was great. We had tons of people show up. We had tons of games for sale. Hearing that the panels were freaking awesome. Getting to hang around with all the guests that we have, catch up with people from other states. I mean, from my point of view, it was great. I had a damn good time. So when I got home tonight, I'm like, you know what? I'd like to hear what everybody has to say about it. So I've been trying to spread the word. So if you got a second, get the word out. Say, hey, if you went to MOGameCon, come over to Maynard's channel. He just wants to hear. I want to hear from everybody. And I want to see what you guys think. And I agree. I totally agree. It was freaking awesome. So let me do something a little more special here. So here we go. Here I am. I've got the webcam on. I look like shit, don't I? But it was worth it. It was totally worth it. I had Caston go with me, and luckily enough, he was able to go yesterday at the start, and even nicer, he was able to even help out. So that was really nice of him. So Zero Shift, thank you so much, man. I will say this, took a lot of money too. I probably took about $400-$500, and I've got quite a lot of games. I didn't get any consoles, surprisingly. I did not get any consoles, but I did get a lot of good games. Really though, I mean, Game Room TX here. It's Billy Mac. It's Billy Mac. It's our good buddy Billy Mac. It was funny when you came in on Friday. It was really good to go get sushi with you, man. But I remember us talking, and it's like we've gotten to the point that we've had collections. You know, we've gotten most of our collections of what we want, and we're at the point now where it's, you know, there's not much left. I've knocked out quite a bit of my collection too, and I'm getting down to the bare bones, except for the really hardcore stuff. I'm still contemplating if I really want to do Neo Geo MVS cartridges, but that and TurboGrafx 16. Ooh. So I see we got a couple people in here. So I know Game Room TX, Billy Mac himself, Ride of the Lightning Force, Dave Ortega. Hello, Dave. Soul Cool. Hey, dude. What's going on, man? I've got my Twitter open. I've got Facebook going on here. You guys got anything? Let it at me, man. I want to hear it. I want to hear how this event was. Comparing to the last two events, let's start with this. The location. The location was prime. This was probably the best idea of a location. I mean, we're at a college. Basically, we're in the gymnasium. There's separate areas that we actually have classrooms, which were perfect for the panels and for the cosplay and all that. The main focus was the gymnasium, to have all the vendor sales, to meet the guests. I think it was a perfect place. especially like the lounge area. When you walked in, if you went to the left, you actually had like a couple of the free play arcade games there. Thanks to Rob over there at Two Plumbers. Thanks for bringing those in, dude. I know there were some other people too who brought some arcade cabinets too. I don't know who brought what, but I do know Rob brought that R-Type. And let me tell you, that R-Type was pretty. Very pretty. I got a tweet here. Had a great time. This is from Cartridge Quarter. He says, had a great time and thought the venue was the perfect size this year. Enjoyed all the panels yesterday and VIP party today as well. So yeah, it was technically a one-day event if you had general admission, and for VIP you had 2 days. You would go to Two Plumbers Brewery. There was lunch and all that. It was actually a great time. I do agree that the location was really good. Right, I totally agree. Yeah, that is the thing to bring up. People were reporting that the campus police were actually starting to issue tickets kind of at the end of the convention, which was kind of unique. But hey, it's a college, and sorry that some people actually did smoke, but I mean it's a tobacco-free college, and so smoking's not allowed. But I mean, people did still. Oh well. Hopefully it's not that much. Maybe it's like a $5 fine or something. Here's your $5. Sorry, dude. But I think for the size and all that, it was perfect. So that was that really I only went to one panel today. Oh, +1 for the amazing music. There's GBO Metric. There you are, Chris. What's going on, buddy? Yes, I agree. That was actually because of who was it? Jason. Eunice. What is his Twitch account name? I can't remember. He's what was his Twitch name? I can't remember. Either way, Unisect, if I remember correctly, UECT or something like that. Cool dude. He's one of the people who are actually in charge of the event. It was pretty cool. He actually mentioned on the page that at St. Louis Retro Gamers that the PA system actually had an iPod dock, so he brought an iPod and loaded it up. So that was actually a pretty genius idea. I actually like that, though. I kind of hope next time I actually put my 2 cents in. I'm like, we need some more Yuzo Koshiro, maybe some more Barry Leach. That would help. What else? I mean, we had a lot of vendors this year too. I mean, everywhere you walked at the start of the day was like, holy crap, I can't move, I can't go anywhere, what do I do? Now, mind you, me and Caston volunteered for the first 2 hours, and we did the checking in, so that was kind of cool. Grotix was a pretty good idea to get for tickets. Tickets were very fair price too, I hear from a lot of people. Way better than they were last year, especially having free parking. I mean, the parking was actually great to hear too. That's all, when you get the package together like that actually works quite well. It kind of convinces people more, hey, it doesn't cost as much to actually go check this out. So yeah, I really think that's great. Let's see here, checking on stuff here. I know for sure Adam from let's see here, where is he at? Here's Adam Sharp. Adam Sharp, my good man from Kansas. He is in charge of the, if I remember correctly, hang on here. Checking stuff real quick. Like I said, we are doing this on the fly, so let's see here. Adam is actually in charge of the Video Game Dads podcast. Talk to him all the time. And really dope dude. He wanted to thank all the organizers, the vendors, and everyone who pulled the event together this year. He honestly had a great time. So that's really good to hear. Actually, he's a vendor, so he enjoyed it. So that's actually great to see that. Did he have like a goatee and sharp hair? 'Cause that's that could be him. That could have been him. I know for sure him, and I think it was his brother. I know his brother too. They're supposed to go to Portland later this year. And I'll have to bring some info on that too, because I did get to talk to Metal Jesus and all them. That's quite funny to do that. So I see a ton of you guys posted in St. Louis Retro Gamers, what you found and all that. My goodness, there has been some great finds this year for this convention. Let's see here. Let's see what people posted. I mean, see if we got anything good. Yeah, you know, we got some people who are showing some really unique things. I mean, even my pickups are pretty good this year too. I'm actually kind of happy with my pickups. If anybody who had a blast at this convention, I'll say right now, is Brody. Jesus Christ. Did anybody catch Brody? Oh, one of the stadium events did get sold? Oh, shit. Somebody actually bought one of the stadium events. That's freaking nuts. I know James had his Nintendo World Championship cartridge on him. He actually was wearing it as his necklace. And good for him as well. He's actually one of our vendors. He's in the St. Louis Retro Gamers as well. And his proceeds, whatever he gets in, he donates the proceeds to Alzheimer's Foundation, which is really cool. Really cool. Yeah, talk about bling. I remember last year, he's like, can I get a couple extra lanyards? Because I don't think this is going to hang on to my neck here. But it is kind of a good idea. I know he was he walking it? I know he put a price tag on it. Was it like $20,000 this year now? And I'll tell you this, because some people, he had some offers. Some people are like, I'll buy it right now. But then he wants to make sure whoever gets it has to have like a really good collection, and they're going to keep it. He doesn't, yeah, $20,000. Okay. But, he wants to make sure it goes to somebody that will keep it. He doesn't want somebody who's going to flip it. That, if you don't know, you could look up Nintendo World cartridge, championship cartridges, and they actually, you can see a lot of pictures of the one that he had, and basically, it's got a lot of history on it. It's been overseas in Canada. It's brought back here to the States. There's a whole article on it. It was actually pretty unique to read. Did they have a holy diver? Dave Gardner from our good friends over at Gamehounds. How are you doing, buddy? Nobody didn't seem to have a holy diver, but with the official release here coming out in the next couple weeks, if I remember correctly, who was it? Castlemania is actually supposed to be sending those copies out by the end of this month. I will definitely be getting my copy, which I already pre-ordered. I've got the special edition coming in. And I've already told myself, don't use your EverDrive and touch it and play it. I'm going to experience it like it was a brand new game. So that'll be really cool to do. God, stadium events for $15,000. That blows my mind. Now, mind you, we had a lot of vendors this year. We had some new vendors too. I think one that really surprised me is the guys from Chicago Veterans. 6,000 last year, and they jacked up that high. What the hell? Yeah, but as I was saying, the Chicago Veterans guys. The one thing I was actually really excited to see this year was TurboGrafx games. Ever since starting to collect for TurboGrafx 16, it's been more like, expensive. And more so, very scarce. Don't really see a lot of TurboGrafx games in stores and all that. But hey, conventions, you have better odds. And basically, I did score a couple of TurboGrafx games, but the Chicago Veterans guys, they had a ton of TurboGrafx games. Not only TurboGrafx, but PC Engine. But I was really impressed with their stuff. I did buy some things off them, but I think one thing a lot of people didn't point out, unless somebody here did see it, they did have a complete copy of Magical Chase for the TurboGrafx 16. And basically, I have played that game on my EverDrive, my Turbo EverDrive, and good game. But seeing that game goes for, what is it going for nowadays? Let me bring that up real quick. I think it was like $3,500. Let's see, Magical Chase. Complete in box, $4,800. And if it was sealed, it's $15,000. Holy shit. You got Mega Man Soccer from him at the Video Game Summit. Oh, up in Chicago. Okay. Traded some stuff from yesterday for Rock and Roll Racing and a War of Gems. Good choice. Good choice. So that's where you got those two. Okay. Good call. What else? Here, I can actually show you guys what I got. You guys want to see what I have? If you want to, you can head over to Twitter and tweet me, the Mr. Maynard. You can actually tweet me a picture of your stuff that you found. I'll be more than welcome to show here on the stream. If you want me to, that's your call. See if I got any other comments that are coming in, because I've been beeping a couple times here on my phone. I'm kind of laughing at our good friend Nick Nensel. He had a comment here earlier. He was kind of making fun of me because I with my volunteer work this morning, or yesterday morning. It was pretty funny. Where is it at? It was with Adams. Here it is. Here it is. He goes, had an awesome time. This is Nick Nensel. Had an awesome time, but recommend a better setup for checking tickets. I went in without being challenged for a ticket. I'm sure it did not pay. I think you guys need to hit up some muscle next year. Hit me up. I know he was messing around. And I check your goddamn ticket. I checked your damn ticket. Come on, man. Oh, come on, Dave. My wood paneling. I gotta have wonderful wood paneling in here. Then again, this is the hottest room in the house, so this room gets really hot after a stream, so I'll be burning up by the end of the stream. Let's see here, some other posts. I see lots of pictures of everybody meeting the Metal Jesus crew. I'm actually really excited to see, people who recorded footage and stuff at the event. See here, X-Mag, what's going on, man? Was easy this year. Surprised they weren't checking people's bags this year. Security wise, I mean, the campus college offered their security to be walking around, which they were present most of the time I was in there. Really, I don't think they saw us as a threat or anything, because really, I think. I do remember one of the security guards were like, hey, I'm having a good time. I'm seeing things I haven't seen for 20, 30 years. And it's like, hey, cool, no problem. I don't think anybody really caused any trouble, too. Except for the smoking issue that Billy Mac was talking about earlier. But other than that, yeah, I really think there wasn't much trouble here at the venue this year. Which actually helps. It goes to show that we're a professional crew. We're not here to do anything stupid. Some cons do security checks. I do understand that. I don't think we had anybody crazy coming there with holding a rifle or anything. We don't want to go in there. We really don't want to go to that discussion. But let's see here. I'm checking out pictures and stuff. My goodness. See if there's anybody in this group. This got stuff. Here's some more. Somebody's got pictures of that group. Here it is. I can show you guys this. Check this out. So if I go over here, I've got the picture. Boop. And let me see here. Got it. All right. So check this out. Here is what I was talking about, that Magical Chase from the Chicago Veterans guys. If you see there's the Magical Chaser. I'm going to zoom it out. Hang on here. It's a big picture. That Magical Chaser right there. Holy moly. That thing is a ton of money. Did you smuggle any plastic straws? No, we're not California. Get that shit out of here. Hey, at least we have water. We have clean water. But yeah, that magical chase is what I was talking about. And if you didn't notice too, there were, here, I can actually show you guys. If you saw underneath it, there's actually Splatterhouse stickers right there. When you got the TurboGrafx 16 variation of Splatterhouse, the original, you got stickers too, which is actually really cool. Let's see here. Checking through more pictures at our event. Like here, just seeing this. Just seeing this while we're on the topic of TurboGrafx. My goodness. My goodness. Here, let me put that down. These pictures were done by Jeff Mouser, who posted on the Missouri GameCon 2018 page. Just look at these. Just a whole box of TurboGrafx 16 and PC Engine games. I've never seen that many. Ever. To Curl, what's going on, man? Hopefully I said that right. Hey, yeah, just back to where I was. Just seeing that many freaking TurboGrafx 16 games. Holy shit. That blew my freaking mind. Like, oh, you really don't see much on this console anymore, and sure enough, a ton of it was brought here to this convention. If there was one thing I didn't see, was the CD add-on. I did not see the CD add-on anywhere for this event. Let's see here. What other pictures do we have? More of Jeff Mouser, who's got a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, more so, yeah, there was a ton of that event. Let's see here. Hi, Becca. You saw the Telegraph Pong console? You've never seen one of those before? Interesting. I say the museum this year was really cool too. I did take 2 items to that museum that I had on for display. They had it for $10, but they didn't know it worked. I mean, if you took a $10 gamble, I would have done it. Have a little piece of history right there. I was able to take I took my MVS, my Neo Geo MVS, the AliExpress special, and I did take my my TurboGrafx in box, which now it is 100% complete. Thank you, Mitch, for that. Good man. Mitch actually gave me the official TurboGrafx. It's the official NEC RF modulator, which actually makes that system 100%. Oh, the Nintendo Pong console was working? Oh, man. But a lot of the items that they had in there, they had an MSX that was working, which I did not know this, but the MSX actually had a flash cartridge in it. I did not know somebody actually made a flash cartridge for the MSX. No TV, though. Let's see here. More stuff to look at. I'm going to look through St. Louis Retro Gamers. So I know there's tons of photos too. Looks like we all had a good time. This is Clint servers in our group for St. Louis Retro Gamers. Clint, yeah, you did pretty good here, buddy. Let me show the folks here what you got. Let me get that picture again. Hey guys, you know I'm doing this on the fly. Don't worry about me. Copy image address, paste that. Okay, here's Clint's. Clint's got quite a bit here. Oh, these posters. Did anybody get any of these posters? I got one of these posters. I got an Earthbound poster, like high quality print posters. There were other posters. I only got one. I got me and Caston one. We each got the Earthbound. And I was contemplating if I wanted the Super Metroid, but I've already got so much Super Metroid merchandise in here because I'm a big Super Metroid fan. But they did have the yellow label Metroid. I was really tempted to get, but kind of held out, and guess I made a mistake on doing that. Hopefully they'll come back next year. But Clint here looks like he had a really good time. I see he also picked up Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu, which is a great game. Oh, I see you got a yellow label Metroid for 13. That's a really good deal. Some of my games I got today were actually a pretty decent deal too. Oh, Vince still has the Prime standee? Holy crap. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. But I don't have the room and I don't want to spend $100 on a piece of cardboard. I don't. Dave, you've been into original Xbox games lately. That's actually not bad. There's quite a bit out there to get into. Let's see here if there's any recommendations I would give you. Phantom Dust. I mean, if you see up there, I'm going to move my camera here a second. If you look up there, that big thing right here, I do have a Steel Battalion. Totally recommend that if you have a mech, if you're a huge mech game, like a mech game fan. Let's see here. Yeah, there's a lot of games you should get into, Dave. There's quite a bit of some games on that console, especially multi-platform games that are actually pretty nice. Looks like XMAC. Man, 445 Nintendo games. Holy crap! I don't think I'll ever have any more Nintendo games that I have, because like today I finished another trio of games I've been looking for. Gun Griffin's good. I'd agree on that. Gunmetal. Gun Valkyrie is another good one I would get. I need to get a new Xbox. I did not think about getting one at the convention this year. Shit. Then again, I'll probably find one that's in decent shape and I'll get it modded and all that. I need to get the actual right hard drive to get mine working properly. Let's look at the group here again. Kent Keller. Kent also picked up a whole bunch of looks like he picked up a whole bunch of TurboGrafx games too. He looks like he's got Military Madness, Legendary X2, China Warrior, World Class Baseball. Great choices. China, what is it? What is the China Warrior? But Military Madness, that's a good game. That's a good game. Not bad. That's not bad. Bram Stoker's Dracula for 50 complete in box. Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke's actually not a bad little arcade game to play for the Nintendo. And then Yellow Label Metroid. I've got both variations of Metroid, which is actually kind of neat to have. And an Atari, what is that? Atari Junior? Here, let me show you guys what I got. I'll go through what I have. So, there's a couple here I'm going to do in a certain order. Oh, Tom Corolla had a good haul. If one thing I was looking for this year, Atari 2600 Junior and 4 games bundle for $80. Not bad. Caston actually saw a heavy sixer today. And that was actually kind of unique. He had to explain it to me. He's like, what is the difference? And he's like, hold this. And then it's like, oh, okay. So that's the difference. We saw that. We saw a Vader. So he was explaining all the Atari 2600 variations that are out there to me. Stuff I didn't know about, because I've got an original 2600. I don't think it's a heavy sixer, but I might have to get some insight from some 2600 guys to inform me on that, because I need to get that sucker back. I need to get it out. I need to get it cleaned up and put on display. So, games that I collected during the weekend. One series that I did get. Oh, the 70. Yeah, I knew the 7800 plays all Atari. Well, should play mostly all Atari games. I'd rather play on a legit 2600. I don't know about the 7800. You're going into territories I don't even know. Like, seriously, I don't know much about 26. I know a little bit about 2600, but not 7800. Not even. What's the one between 5600? Why did they name it like that? Jesus. I gotta do my research. I really don't know a lot about Atari, except for they made really good arcade games with Williams and all that back in the day, and Pong. Ski. Oh yeah. I supplied all of our guests with a cooler full of ski. Not only original ski here, but I had cherry ski as well. And Caston actually brought in a lot of the Excel bottling company sodas as well, the different variations. And a lot of people were really happy we brought those. If you haven't seen, I'll show you guys a really cool picture. Hey, you know what? I'll show it at the end. But one of the trios of games I wanted to collect, I've pretty much got mostly all the trio games you can get from the Nintendo. So like all the Mario Brothers, both the Zeldas, all the Mega Mans. I have all the Mega Mans. I finally got all the Mega Mans like a couple weeks ago. So I was kind of down to the nitpicky stuff. I've already got all the Ninja Gaidens. I've already got all the Turtles. The one of them I did want to collect for this con, and I was able to find all three. Took a little bit of work to do. Was all three Akari Warriors. So I've got Akari Warriors 1, Akari Warriors 2, and Akari Warriors 3. This one is thanks to Kurt. Not our Santa Kurt, not Kurt Bowers, other Kurt. Can't remember his last name. Sorry, Kurt. But, oh, no, not Kurt. It was Mitch. It was Mitch. I'm sorry. Kurt, Mitch. Sorry, guys. Mitch, you get the credit. I got the Akari Warriors and Akari Warriors 2 for $5 each. And then Mitch gave me the Akari Warriors 3 for 10. It was a little harder of a game to find, but the label's not perfect on it, so he cut me a pretty good deal on it. But great to have those. So I was trying to find a Wizards and Warriors 3. I did not have any luck finding Wizards and Warriors 3. I might have to do some eBay sniping on those, which is not going to be fun. Some other games I did want to pick up. So Friday, before the con even started, I don't know if you guys saw my post on. I picked up a couple of some vinyls for music because Billy was in town. Billy Mack came over because he couldn't get into the place that he was staying, and basically, what's going on here? Something happened? Did my camera freeze? What happened to my camera? Oh, there's my camera. I'm back. Oh, Chris, you didn't have to do that, buddy. You really didn't have to do that. But thank you. Thank you for the 150 bits. So Billy was with me, and we went and actually got some. Some food, and we went and got. Let's see here. We went and had sushi at one of my places. Can you guys see me? I don't know why. Oh, there I am. Yeah, that is lagging. What is going on? I've got no dropped frames. That's weird. Huh. Let me refresh the screen here. What is going on? Oh, now it works? Okay, cool. Supposedly, Twitch is reporting everything's unstable right now. What's going on, guys? Yes, authorize. It was unstable for 1.5 minutes. Oh, that's kind of cool. Huh. Oh, it's no problem, man. I've got no problem. I've got no problem, helping in the group, but especially getting the word out. If anything, we have to thank all of you guys because it wouldn't have happened if you guys didn't come out. So back to my story. Where was I? So Billy came into town. We had sushi for lunch. I took him over to a little store here called Collector's Corner. And Collector's Corner used to be a common store in my hometown. And now they're in downtown Belleville. And they have a couple games for sale, but I did get some vinyls, which the vinyls I actually were really excited for. I might actually, after this, go listen to some more of my vinyls that I got. Especially all the Johnny Cash collection, which is really nice. It's kind of a new thing. Actually, getting the starting with vinyl. Getting the lines in. You know what? What's funny is when we were doing preparing for everything for that event, we were sitting there. We were thinking of just letting everybody walk in and then check them there. But I brought up the idea of saying, hey, why don't we go out there and just check them in? And then once the doors open, we let everyone know, before the doors open, hey, if you want tickets to go see any of the panels, they're up here. If you don't want tickets, just go to the right. But you have to check in. You have to show us your ticket before you get in. So that's why we kind of split things up, where I was in the middle room, and then Tony was the other gentleman who helped us out too. He was outside with his phone doing scans, because you can only go so far. Because I had an iPad, and my phone started acting up. I don't know. I think it must have been the lighting that was outside that would not make my camera work correctly, because it started to work way better inside. But he went out there all the way to the end of the line, so he's an MVP as well. Tony, if you're watching this, buddy, thank you so much. And then Caston was making sure people were getting their tickets, and we had to explain, one ticket per person. The person has to be there to pick up the ticket. Doors close after 5 minutes. If you're not there at the start of the show, basically your seat will be given up. So I only caught one panel. I only caught Adam Korlick, because I didn't get to see his panel from last year. And Adam's is a good man. Talk to him every once in a while on Twitter. If I ever need Dreamcast advice or something, he's the good man to go to. And I totally agree with him. Everybody's starting to call him Sega Bay. He is the Sega Bay, especially with all the Shenmue stuff going on, which is, again, one of my favorite games, too. Yeah, he is the Sega Bay. And I was surprised he was wide awake and all good to go, because he just got back from London and also going to Japan, I think, about a week ago to do a whole bunch of stuff for Sega with Shenmue, which is really crazy. He told us a lot of really good stories, too. The one story I did enjoy was actually getting Corey, who's the voice actor for Ryo Hazuki for the English version. He's like, hey, why don't we get him there, and so I could do like some interviews and stuff, but we won't talk about Shenmue. This is a time before Shenmue was even being announced, and they're like, no, we can't do that. So supposedly he had a connection through another game company, and they're like, yeah, we'll get him a ticket. Here you go. And then they had another, it was a female voice actor, I think, for somebody else in the game, and she's like, hey, do you mind if I join you guys? I heard Corey was going, and he called the same person up. Hey, I need another ticket. Oh, here you go. Yeah, we're good. Don't worry about it. So it was kind of funny to hear that. He explained a lot of what was it? He explained a lot about Japanese culture and how his trips have been, because he's been collecting a lot of certain Nintendo 64 games, certain consoles that he's trying to get 100% completions. He's got pretty much every N64 Japanese exclusive you can get, except for like a handful of games, which is really shocking to hear. I think at the end of his panel, he had 4 questions. And they were stupid easy questions, but it's more like a raffle. He had like 4 items that you could win. A couple napkins. What else was there? Some type of wafer or something you put on your coffee. Kind of weird. And something else. Just useless crap. But then he also had a copy of Sonic Mania Plus for the Xbox One, which was actually given to him from Sega, and they told him, hey, go give this away at your next con. And he told them it's in St. Louis, and they're like, give it away, have fun. So somebody actually won a free copy of Sonic Mania Plus in that event, which was actually really cool in that panel. Where was I? I was talking about sushi and going to Collector's Corner. So here's what I found. I've always been wanting to try this game out, and that was Shadowgate. And I finally found a copy for super cheap. I didn't spend, I think, no more than $8 on that. And so I got that the day before the con, and was even lucky enough at the con to find the other counterpart made by the same developers. This is done by Kemco Seka. This is Deja Vu. And no, not Initial D. Let's not go Initial D yet, even though the Initial D is really good, especially Eurobeat. But what's really unique, these are RPGs. These are first-person RPGs. And they have totally polar opposite like settings. This one's more noir, 1920s, 1930s, 1940s. And then Shadowgate is more medieval and magic and all that. So it's kind of cool. Why not? They were cheap. The last one I picked up here for super cheap, I've been told, because I like shoot 'em up games, oh, you got a box complete of Shadowgate? That's cool. I was told to pick up Abadox, so I got Abadox. That was an easy fiver. There you go, no problem. I think another cool vendor that was there that I was actually happy to meet was I've got it right here. I'm gonna start investing into these. I'll have to sit down one day and take my collection down and clean them. Excuse me, that ski is coming up on me. Oh. One Up card was there. One Up card was there. It's freaking awesome. And I got a One Up card set here. I've got 3 cards and liquid. And then what's even cooler, because Riggs has custom cards made. These are his business cards that are One Up cards. So I got to give one of these to Kins and Crease. Riggs actually personally handed me one and said, hey, go give this to Swope, because Swope didn't make it to the event this year. But one's mine, and technically I have now 5 One-Up cards. I have more than plenty to keep my stuff clean. Did I get any hockey games? No. I got Blades of Steel last year, which was actually really cool. Blades of Steel with a manual. It was like $5. So, let's check on any comments or anything. I'm getting a couple tweets in. It's Adam Jenkins is messaging me. Here's his stuff. He did actually pretty good too. Hey, he got one of my favorite series. He got Famicom copies of my favorite series. Let's see here. Let me show you guys. And here he is. He got Dragon Quest 1, 3, and 4. Great choices. Great choices. He's got a couple more too. Let's see here. He's got some of the original releases of golf, F1 race, and baseball. Famicom games are stupid cheap. Like, holy crap. Pretty happy to see that people are picking up Famicom games, which is really cool. Here he is. Here's Adam. Let me copy the image address. And I'll show you guys. There he is. If I got the picture there. I know it doesn't want to come up, but it looks like he had a good time. He got to meet Metal Jesus and Kinsey. So that's good to see. That's really good to see. Nah, you can stream Nintendo games. I got no problem with that. I'm gonna stream Nintendo games all the fucking time. Fuck them. You can't have a ROM site, which is, Jesus Christ, people are bitching about ROM sites. What the fuck? You kill one off and 5 of them spawn. That's another story. So, hang on here. I need a new rip. Vape Nation, y'all. I might get to meet Mike Matai here in October at Portland, if he's going to Portland. There's probably a good chance. If anything, let's get to some of the really unique stuff. One thing I was really happy to get, or happy to play, back to the arcade free play. Did anybody play in the arcade free play? Because let me tell you, let me see if I got that picture here. Zero Shift Caston got to. I got a picture of him playing it. It's actually it was his favorite game of all time. I known Caston to love 2 games that I adore too. And here it is. Let me get to the browser here and I'll show you guys. There he is. There's Caston. That R-Type. Jesus Christ. He's a big Doom fan. He was wearing an original Doom shirt, which is freaking awesome. But he's a big Doom fan. He's actually done custom WADs. He's actually gone in some of the new stuff that's been coming out for like custom WAD stuff, and he's seen his code, which is really weird. He's explained that and shown me, and it's really unique. But this R-Type is so pretty. The only one thing about this R-Type cabinet that we got to play today, the coloring was a little off. Rob over at Two Plumbers owns this cabinet. This is his own private cabinet, which is nice. Oh, yes, I do want to go to Galloping Ghost so bad in Chicago. It's one of my only reasons why I'd go to Chicago. The R-Type here is really unique. If you guys don't know a little history here, let me try to explain. The only problem with this cabinet is that the coloring was off a little bit, and Rob explained to me he didn't have a degausser, which would correct the monitor's coloring scheme. But what's unique about these cabinets, if you didn't know, that's actually a Nintendo cabinet. It's Nintendo actually sold R-Type as a kit. You would take a Nintendo Versus Unimachine, and you would get stickers. You get the marquee and the board, and also the control panel to put together for an arcade cabinet. And you would actually convert a Nintendo cabinet to play R-Type. That was kind of the legit way, but there's other ways you could do it too. Especially now, it's like JAMA boards. They're almost universal as long as you know how to use them. But seeing like a legit R-Type was really great to see, because even R-Type I adore. I like R-Type. It's a great game, and getting to play that, which was on free play, and it's Rob's private. That's one of his private cabinets, which he doesn't really take out much. He has told me personally that this has been one of his babies he's been working on. I got the good side of the cabinet because the other side, the sticker, is not so good. It's been torn. But he said he's going to get a new sticker. He was going to degauss it when he gets home so the colors are corrected. But other than that, everything else was fine. The controls and all that worked great. And basically it was great to play that arcade cabinet. That's like the third time I've ever seen an R-Type in an arcade. It was the second time I actually seen it in a legit kit in a Nintendo cabinet, which is really cool. So why did I bring R-Type up? Because I was kind of excited seeing those Chicago veterans, because I had to get R-Type for the TurboGrafx. Pretty much the best home console variation of it. And let me just say, it is complete. I'm really happy. In its protective little pouch too. Looks like I used an aftermarket pouch, but hey, that's all right. But with manual in its original case, kind of sucks that the little hold thing's broken, but that's fine. But getting pretty much the best version of R-Type for home console, no complaints, none. The thing is that, oh, my dogs are going off like crazy. What's interesting is that like Super R-Type wasn't like a legit R-Type, but it kind of had some mixtures of R-Type 1 and R-Type 2. Let's see here. Oh, I just got buzzed here on Twitter. Looks like hopefully it's Helen Taro of GMB. She is saying that we had a great time too. It was exciting to meet so many people, so many of you in person. Major props to the crew who put this on this awesome weekend. Yeah, damn right. We did freaking great. Basically, goes to show you, there's somebody there who was actually just at the con and said, hey, everything went great. And that's good to hear. So not only did I get R-Type, I did get another game for my TurboGrafx 16, my lovely Turbo 16. I got one of the best other games you can get that was actually launched with the TurboGrafx. I too got a Military Madness, and if you haven't heard about this little game, holy crap. Military Madness is kind of like its own variation of what was it? Advance Wars. Kind of used a hexagonal setup, but this is 100% complete. Original case, original manual, original cartridge with its cover, and the little tab inside too. I really can't complain. This is great. I got both of these for $100, and for how much they could have been, I actually got a pretty good deal. So I really can't complain, especially since they're in their original cases and it's all original. So these are awesome. I'll probably be playing R-Type after this, after doing this stream. I was gonna say, how about you guys? Did anything else unique you guys catch at the event? Because I'm trying to think of anything else, because I've got so much in my head and I'm trying to line things up for the whole con. I was pretty much, except for the one panel that I went to with Adam Korlick, I was just walking the floor. I just walked the floor, talked to people, ask people, what did you find? Did you find anything good? Chris, I know I saw you a couple times, you and Dave, and that was good to see. Let's see here. If there was another cool thing to see, was actually the original suit. Alex had it. Alexander Sosa, he had it. The original suit from the World Championship, the Nintendo World Championships, the orange jumpsuits you can get. He actually found one, which was actually pretty funny to find. What else? Here we go. Jason Pacina and Richard DeVizio. Two awesome guys. I will say right now, two awesome guys to meet. If you don't know who those are, Jason Pacina and Richard DeVizio were the two original actors who were in Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. Jason is Johnny Cage, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, all the color palettes of most of the ninjas. Whereas Richard was Kano, Cabal, Quan Chi, and oh no, I'm forgetting one more. Baraka. He did all those, and they were there. And I still love when they came in, because I knew who they were when they came in. I'm like, Richard, Jason, nice to meet you both. It's kind of like the event how last year when I met Corey, Trey, and Kelsey. So they came in and shook their hands. I said, welcome to St. Louis. How was your drive? Did you fly in? Did you drive in? And I think they flew in, but they had a rental car. But what was hilarious, Richard goes, oh, thank God, it's AC. And, man, it's nice and cool in here. And Jason goes, oh, man, I don't like it cold. I like my old bones sweaty and in hot weather. And it's like, Jesus Christ. But seeing those guys for real, if you haven't had a chance yet, go on Facebook and go to Master Pacina. That's Jason's Facebook. He actually uploaded his point of view of the panel, and I watched a little bit of it. It's really unique. There were some really good questions in that panel. The one that really gets me is how is he explaining how he was trying to do moves for Scorpion, and they were saying you should take Scorpion's chain and lasso it around and throw it at somebody. He goes, no, that's not how they do it. But he showed they used a certain chain weapon to throw at somebody and pull somebody off a horse. So it was like anti-infantry stuff is exactly how he said it. And he went along with it, and they got better and better with the idea of using Scorpion's actual known technique of throwing a spear or like a spear chain at somebody. But I think what's really cool is that even though it's Ed Boon who says, get over here, it was actually Rich who threw the idea. That's really unique to hear, because every time he goes, ever since the first time he did it, that Jason was throwing that chain and pulling on somebody to bring them back, he'd hear Rich saying, get over here. And then sure enough, it went from there. So it was actually Rich and Jason who thought of the idea, and then Ed Boon who actually voiced it to make it sound really badass. Which, by the way, Ed Boon can actually still do that voice. But that was actually really cool to learn that. That's like I wouldn't say useless trivia, but kind of interesting trivia to learn. But seeing them actually dressed up as let's see, Jason was dressed up as Scorpion and Richard was dressed up as Kano, which was really great. They were in costume, so they were really chill to talk to. I got to sit down and talk and walk up. I sat down and walked up and talked to them for a little bit. Talked to them for about 5 minutes because I mean I got them at a break when they got out of their panel, and I thanked them both again for coming to St. Louis and I asked if I didn't know this, but I asked them. I said, you know, are your family members happy of what you do? And both of them said yes. And then Jason says, my brother still works for Warner Brothers. And I go, you have a brother? And he goes, yeah, if you didn't know. And I was like, I don't know a lot about MK history or people who worked as actors and all that, actors and actresses. He goes, my brother Daniel Pincina works with NetherRealm, and he still does, which is really crazy to hear. And Daniel was actually writing, so that's actually really cool to learn. So I was real thankful of them. It's like, hey, that's something I really didn't know, so thank you for letting me know that. You know, I need to sit down and read, you know, do my research on, you know, how all this Mortal Kombat stuff was coming together. So it's really cool. If you went throughout the whole con, I guarantee you couldn't find a Mortal Kombat copy anywhere. But luckily, I did. I found one for $5, and I got the better version. I got a Genesis version. But I'm really happy with this. I did get it signed by both Richard and Jason, and I didn't care. I know people are going to say right now, they're charging for actually signatures. Hey, that's their way. They have to make money nowadays. I mean, sure, they're celebrities, you know, past celebrities. But you know what? I got no problem with it. Because who knows? There's going to be people out there, oh, I got a signature and all that. It's authenticated. I'm going to flip it for $150. Fuck you. This is a nice piece of history. I think the best part is after they were done, I shook both their hands again and said, guys, you know, I'm going to take a moment here and not be emotional. But you, as weird as it sounds, you guys were my childhood. You were part of my childhood. And I have to personally both thank you. And they were like, hey, man, no problem. No problem. We get that a lot. And, you know, it does sound weird. But other than that, we're glad we entertained you. We're glad we did this. And you know, we still carry it over and allowing people to learn of how they came through to doing this series. And that's one thing I really enjoy about these cons is that when you get to meet people who worked inside the industry, that gets really unique. I think one thing I'm really bummed about, I did not get anything signed by Brian, who did all the artwork for Rampage, General Chaos and all that. He used to work for Midway and Williams back in the day. So, but he was really nice to talk to as well. I asked him, how did he feel when he got pitched when Rampage got pitched as a movie? And he goes, it was probably one of the craziest things he would never imagine to turn into a movie, which is really crazy. Let's see here. How about you guys? Is everyone in chat doing okay? You know, kind of went off there a little bit. Let me see if I got any new messages. Oh, you had him sign your Xenophobe? That's freaking sweet. Yeah, he did Xenophobe, which was freaking awesome. Let's see here. Got nothing tweeted in. Let's check on the group here. See if there's anything else that was posted recently. Hey Dave. Dave, is it time for Bum Fan? Is it time for Bum Fan? Rat Cat. It's an inside joke. It's an inside joke. You understand. Let's see here. How about I show you the two last games I got? Because I'm only down to 2. Actually 3. So, if one game I've been searching for the last couple years that I'm super happy to get was this. And I was shocked to actually see that somebody had a copy of it. And not only a copy, They had it going for about $55, and I got them to take $40. I told them, I've been looking for this game for 2 years, and I've had zero luck. I've only had one chance, but it was a disc only. It was totally ripped up. And talking with the guy a little bit how good the game is, because you know what? $40. I'll take it. It's no problem. And let me tell you, I'm super happy to have it, because I'm a big fan of this series. I finally now have in possession a Gradius 5. Oh my god. One of the best shoot 'em ups for the PS2. And especially, not only is it, I didn't think about it, it's like, why is it in this little plastic thing? Because it's, not a common game. It is legit complete. I am even more stoked to see this complete. And I know for sure, Dave, you need to find a copy of this. Play this. It's hard as balls, but you'll thank me. It's like old school horizontal shoot 'em ups. And I mean, I'm a big Gradius fan. I remember the first time I played Gradius. I played Gradius 3 first for the Super Nintendo, and I fell in love with it. So I went out and found Gradius 1, and then learned that Gradius 2 never really technically came here to the States, which sucks. But I mean, I've always been addicted to that game. But the other game that I was looking for did not find a U.S. copy, but I was happy to get this, and I got it for $20. This is actually the predecessor to it, like the game before it, really. This also came out on PS2. It is actually Gradius 3 and 4, Japanese copy. And it, too, is complete in box. And even the disc, look at that disc. That looks freaking cool. Like, let me go this way. That looks freaking cool. I was really shocked to see this. Caston's gonna help me get MC MC Boot on my memory card so I can play this. And these are the arcade versions of Gradius 3 and 4, which Gradius 3 arcade is freaking phenomenal. I usually play it on MAME all the time, but I've been eyeing for this game for quite a while. I remember I had a friend of mine who had this, and I loved it. And it's not been easy to actually find a copy of this game. Especially, this is actually an early launch title game that came out for the console. So, throughout the whole con, it was really... Oh, you missed the intro? My bad. You're fine, Zero. Welcome. I've been going through all my games. Kind of going through an order. Really, these four here are my big heavy hitters. These are my heavy hitters. $100, and then $40, and then $25. So there's $165 of games right there. Everything else has been like nickel dime cheapy shit, which has been great. Let's see here. I got two more games to show you. So I was talking about it earlier. Red Alert NES high def kits are in stock. Oh fuck. Hey, Casted, I'm gonna show them what you got. I'm a bit jelly that he got this. Dude, like, literally pulled the trigger on something amazing yesterday, which is gave me boner. Made my pee-pee hard. Very, very hard. Let's see here. I can show you guys here. Give me a second. And let me check that. Oh, yep, here we go. Yes. Yeah, by all means, made my pee-pee hard. You can't justify doing another 150 on the mod. Is that just for the parts, or is that with the full install? Because if it's just parts for 150, that, yeah, I could kind of see that. But sometimes you just pull the fucking trigger. But yeah, he got an AV Famicom complete in box. Jesus fuck me sideways. Probably the best way to get anything old school Nintendo like that. Anything 8-bit Nintendo. Sure, it's a different cart design. It's 60-pin instead of 72-pin, but who gives a shit? Because if he gets that fucker RGB modded, I'm going to be jelly as shit. Because that's like one of the only... Oh, parts only for 150? Ouch. Then again, though, it costs more for the HDMI, right? Either way, this has the AV cord out, so all he has to do is a couple things. Get that NES high def kit, and he's golden. He's fucking golden, and I am mad jelly, mad fucking jelly. So seeing that he got that, but like I was saying earlier, going back to what I was talking about, Brody. Did anybody catch what Brody was doing? Brody was doing a double dribble challenge again, where he would walk up with a double dribble and trade it for something and work his way up to some hardcore shit. Now, I've known Brody for a little bit. I've been watching him for a while, and Brody's a really, really down-to-earth dude. Like, I won't say much. I'm gonna kind of keep it under wraps, but I will say this: when you need to talk to him personally, he's really cool. But he is funny as fuck. And seeing like some of the things that he was getting, NES RGB is $80. So yeah, I just get the NES RGB. Just do that, because you're gonna be using your Frame Meister. You might as well. Shit, that's what I need to do. I need to get my NES RGB and then just use my OSSC. Call it a day. Fuck it. I've already got the EXIO port underneath. Just do it. Doesn't fly when you're married. Hang on a minute. Let me add something in there. There you go. Oh, I didn't do it right. Oh well, you know what I meant. Kappa. But Brody. So he started with a double dribble. He got a couple of other common, more higher priced games, and then somehow, like, I didn't watch him for an hour, but he came back, and I see that he had, like, at one point, he had some bootleg Chinese porn game for the freaking Nintendo, complete inbox, which was worth, like, $300. He had a DuckTales 2, complete inbox Final Fantasy. About another 30 minutes later, he had what me and Zero Shift found, what he saw. He had a Primal Rage 32X complete inbox, a Doom 32X complete inbox. He just kept going. And it's like, I know for sure he worked his way around to get a couple things for himself. But, Jesus Christ. Like, seeing the shit he was trading was like, how the fuck are you doing this? And seeing at the end of it was pretty great. So I will let you guys know this now. I am holding something and I don't want to spoil it, but let's just say I'll be in the ending of that episode. That's all I'll say. Doom 32X complete inbox is not a huge deal. No, it's not. But some of the other stuff he did have was completely like, what the fuck? How the fuck are you pulling this off? But I'll just say this. I did get his autograph. Brody's that pretty chill. I like him. He's a good man. But if you have not subscribed to Brody, 8-Bit Brody, go look him up on YouTube. If you like cringe stuff that'll make you laugh your ass off, Brody will do it. And I support him on Patreon. And I will say this: I'll more than likely be in the end of that video. I'll have a snippet. Me and Caston are in there, so we'll have a snippet for a little bit. But I'm at the end of it, and it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. So the last thing I have, it was actually pretty unique. At the end of the con, everything was starting to wind down. I caught up with Reggie and Riggs, and I talk to them all the time on Facebook and YouTube and all that now. Ever since last year they came, we clicked. I mean, we all been talking, and now we're all really good friends. It was funny. Reggie brought it up, and he goes, "Hey, man, did you ever get a Radical Reggie game?" I was like, "I know Swope got one, but I never did." And Riggs was already packed up, and I go, "No, Riggs, don't dig it out. I'll just get it some other time or whatever." He goes, "Fuck that." He literally digs one out, and on top of that, Reggie actually signed it, and he goes, "Here you go, no charge." So I was like, holy shit, I got a custom game done by Riggs, and Reggie signed it. So I'm pretty happy to actually have Reggie's game now. So I might actually have to play this too here tonight. This would be kind of cool. So this is kind of unique. This will go into the custom side for all my Nintendo games because I've got a little custom section. It's got my Versus Super Mario Brothers that Jake has done, and a couple of other like really unique cartridge-based games that I have. But I think another funny thing that happened that I love, Billy came back from going to a certain restaurant. He put it up on Facebook. What the hell was that restaurant called? God damn it. What did he say it was? Where is it? I gotta find this. Here it is. What was the name of that restaurant? Bombshells. So he went to Bombshells and he got this peanut butter and jelly bacon burger, which really sounds not good. But he's like, hey man, you want a bite? And I'm like, fuck it, I haven't eaten anything all day. I was living off freaking 2 Monsters and like 4 skis already. And I took a bite of it, and it was actually really fucking good. So I'm gonna have to go back to that place and go get it. Go get that peanut butter and jelly bacon cheeseburger. What's really weird too is the jelly is not only sweet, but it was like a jalapeno raspberry jelly. So it's that sweet and salty and spicy mix, which actually was really good. But poor Billy, he had to watch the table for a little while, and since he got away, he actually not only got food, but he had a couple drinks. There was a moment he was a little buzzed. We love you, Billy. We love you. It was pretty good. He's fine. He's fine. He's already at home. He was just messaging her earlier. If you guys didn't see, he was home. He's probably asleep by now. He says he was dead tired. But let's see here. I'm getting some more tweets in. What's going on? What I got here? Oh, it's Retrogrades. They're liking my stuff. Okay, nobody else has anything else to say. That's all right. Let's see here. But anyways, yeah, I got to hang with Reggie and Riggs, and Caston was there with me too. I think this is the picture that made me so happy to do. This goes to show you. I mean, Caston's one of my best friends, and then now I've got Billy on my side, who's really cool. So I told Billy if he ever comes back into town and he's stuck somewhere, you know, freaking come get me. Just come to my town. We'll chill out until Riggs and all them show up. And let me get the picture here real quick. There it is. I love this photo. It's actually my profile photo now. Goes to show you, we are totally hardcore nerds, but I love it. There we are. There's all of us. It's freaking awesome. I love this. I love this photo. So, starting from the left, there's Caston, then there's Billy, then there's myself in the middle, then Reggie, and Riggs. And I mean, I'm really happy. We all had a blast. It was a great time. And funny enough, if you don't see there is a shit ton of ski. It was kind of a request from Reggie and Riggs to bring them the ski, and they were happy it was there. I mean, they said they haven't had that much ski in a long time, and they were so happy. But it was freaking awesome. I love this photo. I really do love this photo, because you could tell that we were all having a good time. And that con, you know, at 6:30 it shut down, and even the closing was pretty quick. Everybody was out of there by 6:45, 7 o'clock. And I mean, me and Caston had to just do 2 trips to get everything packed up and loaded, and that was it. And Caston, I really, really wish you were free today, because the VIP was really good. I got home here after probably about 7. We didn't get back to my place here till about 7:30. No. It's about 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock by the time we got back here. And I ordered pizza, had like 2 slices of pizza, and checked out what everybody was getting in. and went to bed. I was pretty much zonked out. I didn't wake up until like 11 o'clock today, which the VIP event was actually at 11:30. Now, here's something unique that I never really, explained. I don't have a lot of pictures. You want to know why? Because the con was that fucking good. You get so occupied, and I brought that up with Riggs, and he's like, yeah, I wasn't able to take a lot of photos for myself, but I got a lot of photos with other people. But yeah, this actually turned out really good. So, today was the VIP event, so I left here about noon, got over there about 1 o'clock. So right when I was pulling into the parking lot, Jason and Richard, the Mortal Kombat guys, were leaving, but I honked and rolled down my window. I said, bye guys, sorry I didn't get to see ya. I said, that's okay. I was like, drive safe, happy flights wherever you go. So they took off. But, oh, you got a photo of the stadium events. There you go. There you go. Hey, I saw the stadium events. It was the greatest thing ever. No problem with that. And, if you think about it, you're like, what's the chances of you actually ever getting to get a stadium events or actually see a stadium events? It's pretty fucking rare, really, if you think about it. Why is my mod giving me a little leak? What the hell? Maybe because I've been vaping hardcore. There we go. Clean, clean, clean. I got a new motto of the weekend. I'm kind of happy with it. Very happy with it, actually. A game I can't buy. Hey. I'm in the same boat with you, buddy, and I guess 99% of the group that's in here is in the same boat, too. But today was the VIP event at Two Plumbers. I showed up. I was a little late, but everybody was there. Adam Koralik, all the Metal Jesus crew, so Jason, who's Metal Jesus, Kinsey, Kelsey, Riggs, Reggie. Most of the coordinators were there with Missouri GameCon, the VIP attendants as well. And everybody was just chilling out. It was a good time. Really, it was more of just talking with everyone, asking, hey, did you find anything good? Hey, did you have a good time? I did get to take a minute and talk with one of our representatives. I'll leave him anonymous so I don't get in any trouble. But I will say this. From comparing last year to this year and in events, last year was pretty decent. I kind of agree with everybody. This is the Goldilocks year. This is pretty much the sweet spot. I'm really hoping if they're cool with us coming back, I can see this convention happening at St. Charles Community College again. No problem, hands down. The cost efficiency of it is way better than it was last year. I'm not going to name numbers or anything, but I'm very impressed. I will say that. But from what everybody was saying, the size was right. The atmosphere was right. We had so many vendors. We had really good guests. It was perfect. Oh, you were 15 minutes away, you lucky bastard. Me and Caston had to drive in like 45 minutes away. Well, then again, you got Adam from the video game dads podcast. Oh shit, I feel bad for not naming that right. But Adam Sharp. He's from Kansas. Him and his brother are from Kansas. They had to drive all the way back. It's like, oh. And Brody had to go back to Ohio. He's from Columbus. So it's like, oh. But I pretty much, the food was good. We had barbecue, we had jerky, we had emos, we had salads, somebody got fried chicken. I don't know where the fried chicken was from, but it was really, really good. I really liked the fried chicken. But we sat down with everybody, just chilled out, drank beers, played arcade games. Finally got to sit down and drink a couple pints of the Pauline that two brothers have made, which is a highly recommend. For if you ever go to Two Plumbers. Get the Pauline. It's the go-to beer. But played a shit ton of Initial D, which a lot of people were watching me, and even Rob was like, shit, dude, you're actually pretty good at this fucking game. So that was really good to do. Rob has an idea, and he's encouraging a lot of people. And I told him, I said, yeah, I'll do it. I'm gonna try to play the game as much as I can. So with Initial D, you always get a card. You can buy a card to save your data, and you get 150 plays on the card. After 150 plays on the card, you have to renew the card. The old card gets an X through it because you can't use it anymore, and then you get a new card. He wants a wall of cards of all the ones that are done. And I told him, yeah, I'll give you my card when it's done. But I think the best part of all is catching up with Kelsey, because she noticed me and she goes, Zach, where the hell were you the whole con? And I was like, oh, it's like, well, I saw you a couple times, but I didn't want to bug you guys. I knew you guys were super busy. He goes, well, I saw the ski. I was so happy you had the ski. and I gave her a hug and I said, hey, I'll tell you what, I'll make up for it when I go to Portland. And she goes, you're going to Portland? I was like, yeah, did John not tell you guys? and sure enough, we started to sit down over in one of the tables, and Kelsey had to go do some other things, but Jason overheard me, so he goes, all right, so you're Maynard. And Riggs told me that you're going to Portland for the first time. I said, yeah. I say, Riggs actually extended the invite for me. He wants me to come out and have that experience. He goes, you know what? Your mind's going to fucking melt. I was like, I know. A lot of people have told me, but they gave me some advice, which is really nice. I also got to speak to Kinsey for a little while and gave our preferences on beers, which was kind of fun. But I think the best part of all is just, sitting down with these guys, because it was at that time for like 45 minutes. It was me, Jason, who's Metal Jesus, Kinsey, Riggs, and Reggie. We just sat there. We were drinking beer and just talking about everything. We were talking like, how's our families doing? Or we were talking about the houses we were living in and how old they are, and they were needing ideas on certain videos. They were talking about certain things. I don't want to spoil any of the next videos that are coming out, but I mean, it was really unique, and especially getting the advice from those guys, and actually seeing that they're like, we're always happy to see new people go. And Jason was telling me this. He goes, we're really happy to see new people go. And so I can tell you this right now. You're going to have a hell of a time. You're going to be with us. Don't worry about it. You'll have a really good time. And they know how much I'm taking, which all of them agreed. You got more than plenty to find what you want, except for the really high-end stuff. They said that you're going to meet a lot of the YouTube's retro celebrities as well. So they said, you're going to have a great time. Don't worry about it. So I'm... With MOGameCon 2018 under my belt now, I am so ready for Portland. And I'm going to try my best when I go to Portland this year to at least check in every once in a while on Twitter and do a little bit of some streaming with... I know Twitter's got a stream program, if you can do little ones. Or, heck, you can use Twitch on your phone now. And I'll do my best on doing that. But, I mean, what's weird is that I told Jason, I said, I've been watching you for a long time, and actually, you're sitting across from me now. This is weird, And he goes, I get that a lot. But, I told him I've been watching his channel for the last 4 or 5 years, and, it's been great. And it's always unique to finally meet people who entertain us. And said it's no problem. Glad to have done that. And seeing how down to earth these guys are, I'm really glad I do personally know them. I mean, Reggie and Riggs are total bros, like really good friends now. And I got, like, if anything were to happen, like, I got them. Don't worry, I'm here. Especially today when I got there, I had some things for Riggs and Reggie I forgot to take yesterday. I gave Riggs a copy of Geometry Wars 3 Evolved, which I already had it on PC. I picked up a PS4 copy, brand new, and then realized, oh shit, I've got a PC version. Why do I have this? So I gave him that copy, and he's like, I've been meaning to get this. I don't even have this. Thanks, man. But I think Reggie's expression was really shocking. He didn't believe I gave him this. So you guys know I got new hardware. I got a new capture card. I got a StarTech and all that. So what did I do with my old stuff? I gave Reggie my Game & Capture HD. I mean, his jaw dropped. He's like, what are you doing? I said, well, you got a good PC at home, right? And you stream only on your PS4. I think it's time for you to start streaming online with your other games. Show him what you got. And I showed him the couple things you can do, and he's like, I don't know how to do this. I'm like, one step at a time. And even though you're on the other part of this country, there's wonderful technology and software that I can actually get a hold of your computer and I can tell it what to do. So I plan on having a remote day with him and getting his computer set up and ready to go, setting up with OBS as well, get him the microphone all set up too with software, and get everything dialed in so he can start streaming his games. But he is super excited to see that he got that. And let me tell you, just making someone's day like that is always worth it. Especially somebody who's so popular that he realizes, holy shit, this guy's giving me something hardcore. What are you doing? You don't have to do this. It's like, hey, we're friends. What do you expect? I'm going to do this. So I'm really glad that I got to do that. Got to talk to Adam again a couple times. He came up to me and he asked me, hey, did you ever figure out your Dreamcast situation from last year? I said, oh yeah, I didn't really have a really good connection to capture. I said, I did. I had a cheapy way of doing it, but I got an OSSC. He goes, okay, you can get away with that. You're fine. Because he had, there's a new board coming out, and it's done by the guys who do the Akura for Dreamcast. And but he says the OSSC should be fine. You should be all right with it. Because I'm not looking for hardcore extreme quality. I'm just looking for decent video quality. But I'll have to sit down and mess with the OSSC for VGA. But it should do quite well. So I shouldn't have any problems. But I think we were done. We were done by 4:30. They went down to Jason's store, and then I just came home. So... Oh, you tested the AV Famicom? Good. It's working good. That's good. That's really good. I've been waiting here. I've been like, when am I going to take a puff? I'll take a puff for now. No yellowing. It's in pristine condition. Fuck me. Fuck me. I'm jelly. I am goddamn jelly. Only you have a copy of Mother. I forgot about that. I was going to say, did you need any Famicom games? I got a whole bunch of Famicom games over here. Hell, I got that Challenger. That was another game that I didn't show. I have a copy of Challenger. It's in my bag. Challenger for my Famicom, which is really good. The only thing it's missing is the AC adapter. You can order one online. It should power up no problem with the power that we have, right? How about everyone else? Did everyone else have a good time? You know, I've got 7 viewers in here who, if you went to the con, I want to know. I want to know, did you have a good time? I know some of you said, you know, the location was nice and all that. We heard from some tweets, and we saw some photos on Facebook. But it looked like everybody had a really good freaking time. Oh, I love this. I friended Rob from Two Plumbers. I love this photo. Let's see here. Put that up. Okay, make sure it loaded. It did. I love this photo. So there's Richard and Jason with Rob. And, who is that? I don't know who this is. I think that's his wife. And you can tell they're like, we're badass. We're totally badass. Freaking awesome photo, Rob. Awesome photo. Oh yeah, we sat down when he told me about all the R-Type stuff. We sat down again here at Two Plumbers. We were talking about the R-Type machine and his initial D Stage 4, because I told him, I heard you got a pretty good deal, and he goes, oh yeah. So he told me the whole thing. Got it for a hell of a good deal, and drove out and got it the same night, and got it back in town within a day, and said it was worth it. You can't use the NES adapter because it outputs AC and the Famicom takes DC. Let me guess, are you using a Genesis plug? So be careful. Don't fry it. Don't do that. Hey! AC Wraith is here. What's going on, man? You just caught the end of the stream here. We've been just doing the recap of Missouri GameCon. Yes, he did. He already degousted, I think, that evening when he got it home. Remember, that wasn't for the bar. That was actually that's his personal cabinet. I'm really impressed that he has that cabinet. I would kill for that. Let's see here. See if anybody else tweeted anything. Famiclone AC adapter, 600 milliamps, but it's enough to power simple games. Okay, good. You're fine. Yeah, I wouldn't push it too hard. I would get a legit one, and if you really wanted to play it safe, get a power downstepper or whatever it is, or an I don't know what it's called. I'm trying. But everyone else, I mean, Gebiometric, Chris, you had a really good time. You took my advice. I told you to get a suitcase and pack everything up. You did a lot of trade baiting, and it looks like you got a lot of good games. Heck, you got like a Goof Troop or Super Troop, which I was really impressed. But you got Boogerman. I saw the other games that you had too, which was worth it. Dave, yeah, it was a blast. First one was special, but this year was phenomenal. Also, really happy with my pickups. Good. You actually, I saw you had your 4 pickups. Let me see if I can find your 4 pickups. Where is it? Let me find the photos here. I'll show them your pickups, because your pickups were like, you didn't get much, but you actually got some heavy hitters. You actually got some really good games. Here they are. I'll show everybody for you. There you go. Here's Dave's hits. Dave did a really good job. Nah, Japanese consoles are fine at 120 volts. Downstep converters are for 240. Oh, okay. So yeah, Dave, man, you got a complete inbox Chaotix. You got that Punisher, which is freaking awesome. Knights, you said you already had the 3D controller, which is great, but it's recommended to have that controller to play Knights and play it on the legit console. And then you found that copy of Raiden 4, and I'm shocked to see how expensive Raiden 4 has gotten. I feel kind of bad that I got rid of my copy a while back. I'm an idiot. Jesus. But yeah, the Raiden series, if you're a shoot-'em-up fan, Raiden is always a really good vertical shoot-'em-up series that I would highly recommend. And I've got Raiden 5. I've played all of them. They're really good. And frickin' Seibu Kaitsu, who makes them, are just excellent. So I've got zero complaints there. And you got Super Ghosts and Goblins. So you're going to be a masochist and take it like a bitch. So I understand. It's okay. Everybody does. It's a good game. But yeah, that was a really good. Like I said, you got some. I did hashtag heavy hitters. You got some heavy hitters. Like, holy hell. Let's see here. Chris, I'm looking for yours. Where did you put your post at? I was going to show your post. Is that it? No, there's Nick's. Here's Nick's. Nick did a really good job too. Nick Nentzel. Nick's a good friend of ours. He's really cool. Nick did a really good job too. He got 2 of the posters. He did get the Super Metroid poster, which was freaking awesome. Looks like he got Street Fighter 4 for the 3DS and Resident Evil. He needs to check that Resident Evil and see if it's the misprint. 2 copies of Mario Kart 7. Oh, okay. There goes Jason. Jason's online right now. He's using You Need a Budget. Donkey Kong 64. He got the MOGameCon shirt from last year, which is awesome. Looks like they were selling the MOGameCon shirts again this year, like that. That's kind of our traditional logo. Which, Caston, I'm going to do you a favor. I just remembered. I totally forgot to do that today. I need to tell the guys we need to get our shirts. I'll tell them our sizes. They'll have them ready at. I'll tell them to take it to GT2. We'll just pick them up from there. But yeah, Nick did a really good job today. Let's see here. Ken Kimball. I saw Ken today at the VIP. He did really freaking good. Him and his son were there. You should see what Ken got. Ken did really freaking good. And did you see there? He got Devil's Third. I'm a big fan of Itagaki's works. They're really good. But he got like freaking WarioWare Smooth Moves and Muramasa. He got pretty much all the WarioWare games up until the new one that just came out. He got his Rampage signed, which is awesome. He got a copy of Star Force or Space Force that Riggs made, which is really cool. I was hoping he had some left, but they were all gone. Oh, that's the other thing too for the panels today or yesterday. When I was done with our stuff, I came in, I peeked my head, and I said, Caston, how we doing on tickets? He goes, they're gone. John Riggs and Metal Jesus are all gone. Holy shit. They sold out like that. So those rooms were freaking packed. Packed. You took multiple photos, so they're not in one pic. Okay, well don't go digging them out. I'll see if I can find a couple of them for you, because I know you put them in there. Our good friend Jake Bushy did pretty good today too, looks like. Okay, here you are. You were actually right after. You are right after Ken's. I can show everybody these. My boy getting the Goof Troop. That's which it had a bad label, but you got it for stupid cheap, which is good. But my boy got Rock and Roll Racing and ActRaiser. ActRaiser. That soundtrack, it's so freaking good. My God, it's so good. But Mega Man X2, you lucky fuck. Jesus Christ. War Gems, Killer Instinct, The Tick. Those were all freaking good. Yeah, those were great. Let's see what else. I've got your other photos here. Another thing that you got here, I'm a bit jelly. I was trying to find another copy of it. It didn't look like anybody had one, or I think I found at least another one, but it wasn't a decent price. Really jelly that you got fucking Skies of Arcadia Legends. I really need to sit down and play that damn game. Like, holy hell. But then you also got a Pikmin do not for display only, which is really cool. Oh, you you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Hang on here. I'll show you something else that I got. What are you doing with this? What are you doing with this, man? Where the hell did you find this? Where did you find the fucking lunchbox? Seriously. I see you got a pin from Kelsey. That's awesome. Where did you find the fucking lunchbox? Really? Where did you find it? I like twaddles. In time. My toes. Let's see here. What else? My boy Chris still's got a whole bunch. I mean, he went all out. He used his trade bait. How much did you spend total today? Or yesterday? You didn't have to spend too much, did you? Almost bought a lunch tray too. Booth right by Alex. Caston noticed earlier somebody had the cups, like the cup dispenser with the Dixie cups, with the cups inside of them, still in its case, or still in its original packaging, which was crazy. But you got your Turtle Jam and Earl. I was happy to see you got that. You got Castle of Illusion, Gargoyles, which is really good on the Genesis, and Rocket Knight Adventures. really fucking good. Let me get this picture here, show everybody as well. I know you did multiple pictures. It's okay. I can. I'll show everybody your pictures. You got a copy of Kelbert with looks like Metal Jesus, Kinsey, and Reggie signing it. You got a complete inbox a Buenas Blob, which I'm happy you got that. I love that game. It's a good little game. And Darkwing Duck. I made a mistake. I said DuckTales. It's Darkwing Duck, which is a really good Mega Man knockoff, even though it's still also made by Capcom. And yeah, it looks like this is your last one here. Last one here. So you got the full Metal Alchemist game that Square Enix did, Mario Hoops 3-on-3. There's another picture of the enable pin, and you got a. Which Kingdom Hearts is that? So I'm not a big Kingdom Hearts junkie. Huh. It's what are the. Is that the what? I don't know. I really don't know my Kingdom Hearts. Sorry, I've never played a Kingdom Hearts. Oh, I'm sorry. I probably ruined that for a lot of people, and it's probably too late for me to actually start playing because they take so long to go through. But, Jesus. I think, oh, there's Mr. Aaron Kinney. Let's see what Aaron got. Yeah, Aaron's got his stuff right here. Aaron Kinney is going to Portland as well. We're supposed to catch up. So me, him, Adam, and all that, and Riggs and Reggie are supposed to go to some bars that night. One of those nights. It's going to be fucking nuts. Aaron, you did pretty good, buddy. Aaron Kinney, you did really good. Eternal Darkness, hands down, excellent choice. Resident Evil 4 GameCube version, excellent choice. Odin Sphere, I'm a huge Vanillaware fan. I know you're a big Katamari fan. I'm glad you found that Katamari. Third Birthday, I'm pretty surprised you got that. And Asura's Wrath. Get the DLCs for Asura's Wrath. They're kind of fun to play. Berserk. One of Paul's... Is that Paul Zimmerman's? Oh, that's weird. But you got Berserk. That's good. But the Resident Evil 4, the Eternal Darkness, and the Odin Sphere. Oh, you got Silent Hill 3. I didn't even notice that. I'm stupid. But the first three... Eternal Darkness, Resident Evil 4, and Odin Sphere. As I would put it. Or... Nice. Yeah, those are nice. Looks like we got a lot of pictures from the panel. Berserk is the best game for 2600. What did she say? Oh, Birth by Sleep. Okay. So you think you spent 200 on games, everything else was trade. You had him sign the case, Kelsey Riggs signed the cart. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. That actually makes me happy. See if anybody else posted anything unique here. One of the coordinators, Chad Hagar. Chad, I'm kind of jelly you got all these pictures, but he got some good hits. Show you guys what Chad got. Chad did some pretty good stuff. Looks like he got all those photos signed. I really wanted a Johnny Cage picture and have Jason sign it. I would have loved that. I would have fucking framed that in a heartbeat. And but he got Mule, and it looks like he got the second Mike Tyson boxing game that wasn't done by Nintendo. It's supposed to be the Punch-Out sequel, but it's not. Donkey Kong Jr., Marvel Land, and oh, he actually got Hand Key Alien. Oh wow, that's actually kind of. I've actually never seen a copy of that game. Holy moly! See what everyone else got. I think that's about it. I haven't seen anybody else post some crazy stuff. Like, here's a picture of the con. There's been pictures of the con, which is actually great to see. This goes to show you this was a success. And what time did you... Okay, that's 8:89. Aaron put this up. Aaron Kinney. Let me get this photo here. This goes to show you how busy the con was. That's how busy the con was. It was really good. A very good turnout. Makes me super happy. Super happy. Let's see if anybody else had something. That's about it. I don't see any other things there that are good. Yes, we will need to take Beth up there, stream mom, so she can play Rampage World Tour. And I think Rob got his cabinet signed by Brian. He got that signed by Brian and his Mortal Kombat 2 signed by Jason and Richard, which is really awesome. Goes to show you how cool the community is. The community is fucking awesome. So I would say this. I mean, Cherry, you're here. You need to come up here and experience Missouri GameCon. You need to get a good job and start saving money and come buy retro games. Hey, you can use your art degree and draw things and sell them at one of the vendors' kiosks. How about that? You can draw video game characters. You can do it. I know you can do it. You can do it, hun. So spot on my big head and that big. It's not too hard to see you there, Dave. It's not too hard. I'd say, I've already said it many times, and it looks like everybody in the group, everybody in here tonight, which first off, thank you everybody for coming in. I wanted to hear from you guys, and I wanted to show what people found, which is great. Really, I did this, I wanted to see some proof, and I think we can all agree, this convention this year did phenomenal. It did fucking phenomenal. It did so well. I really hope next year we'll be at the same place. It was easy. It was fucking easy. Hell, they had pictures up from Thursday. Some of the guys like Rich and all them and Pat, they were at the college center on Thursday, and they were on which they would call a no deadline setting. So they just took their time and set tables up for the night. They said they just chilled out, listened to music, and put the tables up and had everything prepped. And then Pat said that it didn't take them on last night. A lot of people stuck around last night, and they had everything torn down and cleaned up within an hour, and they were done. That was it. Everybody was out. So it sounds like it did really good. But I this is the part where I just got to say it. To everyone who came, to everybody who's in here too, who went to the convention as well, but because this is going on YouTube as well, to everybody who went to Missouri Game Convention, thank you. I don't really consider myself one of the major people who are in this convention, but I do volunteer my time to help these guys out. I kind of see myself as an advisor, so I don't get to make the decisions, but I do get them ideas and throw them at them and then help out at the convention to get things going. Because this is like one of the only groups I have left that I can reach out and say, hey, what the fuck's going on? Who wants to go drink a beer? And, Casting, you're part of this group too. And now I got Chris in here, Dave in here, and Aaron in here, Aaron Kenny. And now it's extended. We got John Riggs now. He's a good friend of mine. Reggie Williams, who's a good friend of mine. Billy Mack himself, Billy McDonald, good friend. And now Kelsey, Kenzie, and Jason were so cool. They're actually kind of happy to see me go to Portland. So I guarantee it, by the time I come back, we're all going to be talking. It'd be great. And it's getting to meet your people, because people say, like, don't ever meet your heroes because you'll be ruined or you'll get a bad image of them. Not with these guys. And I'll say it right now, the Metal Jesus crew that I've met so far, because there's only one person left I haven't met, and that's Drunken Master Paul. And they're all amazing. They are all down-to-earth people who are real chill to talk to, very friendly, very nice. And very glad that they came, and I'm glad to be really good friends with Riggs and Reggie, and knowing that I can actually I can buzz them up anytime, say, hey, how's everything? How's the family? Playing anything good lately? Got any ideas? And it's good. And then on top of that, Everybody who pitched in to get this convention going for the third year, especially after last year, since that was kind of a doozy. I think with the 1 day, 8 hours at the VIP, everything was perfect. It was just perfect. I've already said it so many times. This event was perfect. I definitely will be doing this again. Cast it if you're up for it, dude. Let's go. I mean, let's do it again. I got no problem. Chris, Dave, I'd highly recommend it. Take a little time and volunteer, and you get in for free. Which I'm not trying to say, hey, it's a cheap way to get in. If you do dedicate the time and you work with these groups, they become really good friends. They become like an extended family. And Pat, Rich, Chad, Chuck, Gurley, Jason, God, who could I think of else? Fox, which is Kayla. All these guys, gals. Chuck's wife, she's sweet. Her side of the family too was there to help out, which is amazing. But all of it, all you guys are real MVPs. You are all MVPs, and goes to show you. I posted it yesterday. Yesterday was a prime example that not only for the retro community, but for the gaming community, there is a large fan base and community here in St. Louis, and we're gonna get bigger. I know it. I can see this go for quite a while, and it just be a normal thing, and it's great. I still remember the first one. Me and Caston went to the first one, and that was fun. And second one was great, and then this year was just perfect, just like without a hitch, perfect. Now I will say next year I will be a little more cautious and actually try to eat some food, because I didn't have much food that whole day. Like I said, I survived on like 2 monsters, a ski, like 4 or 5 skis and a bite of a burger. Yeah, I won't ever do that again. I really felt like shit when I woke up this morning. It was that bad. So I still have the blueberry muffin, like wild blueberry bread here that I bought yesterday. I'm probably gonna munch on this later tonight or tomorrow. I know for sure I got some cold pizza. I'm gonna eat some pizza. But yeah, thank you everyone. Everyone, we all did great today. This weekend was a fucking success, and I am happy to be involved with it. I can tell you that right now. Dave, yes, do it next year. Casting, awesome. Game on. We will do it. We will definitely volunteer. I will do it again. I'll do the same fucking shift I did last time. I did today. No problem. I'll do it. Do it in a fucking heartbeat. And I'll probably take maybe one more day off for the weekend. I'll do a Thursday through Monday next year. So, Chris, you're in too? Okay. All right, we're packed. We're doing this. We're doing this next year. We're all going to let them know that we are going to volunteer. And don't get me wrong, so don't panic. So you're like, oh, it's going to cut into my time to find games. Trust me, I still found all this shit and was able to do everything that I wanted to do that day. It's all good. It's really all good. So does anybody else have anything to say? You know, even though I'm kind of on a small delay here, I'll have to wait for you. So I'm going to sit here and have a smoke. But yeah, do you have anything to say? Did you have anything else you want to share? Suggestions or anything like that? Because I guarantee you some people from Missouri GameCon Commission is going to see this, which I don't mind. I want them to see this to show that, you know, this was a success. This was very good. And taking the time to actually, you know, show them that this was a success is actually even better. So getting the word from the public, I kind of don't mind actually taking this time here to talk to you guys about it. Get more involved in the group. Do it. You know, come out some of those nights. Like, go see Gurley on Saturdays. Usually at the end of the night, like, some of the guys will show up, and we'll show up at Two Plumbers and just have beers and relax. It's a nice little kick at the end of the week. That's what I like about it. I know for sure with the Portland situation that I'm doing this year, I'm hoping to extend. I'm hoping to extend our. I wouldn't say involvement, but more so letting people know, hey, there's a convention in St. Louis. You should come. Come visit us. We would be more than welcome to have you come out. And people are cool with it. Like, I'll put, given where I'm going in Portland and seeing a lot of these big YouTube guys and gals, I will let them know. I'll let Norm know. I wouldn't be surprised if Norm, or not Norm, but Riggs introduces me to Norm. I know for sure Johnny from Some Call Me Johnny is going to be there. He's going to be up there. And then I know for sure on top of that, who else? Gerard's going to be there, the completionist. So I'll hopefully get to meet him for a little bit. I'll meet Pat Contry. It'd be cool. My sister is a psychic and wants to talk to you or talk about your life, and she's not too drunk. Oh, and Beck's enjoying my music. That's funny. Who's this person? Who are you? You don't need to know about my life. I never did anything wrong. Are you predicting that I'm going to be getting a shit ton of games? Oh man, I'm tired. I was thinking about streaming some games tonight. New phone, who dis? Fuck it. I need to do more of these in real life ones. I don't really do any of these in real life ones. I usually just stream games and that's it. But yeah, I needed to just do like, I used to do a thing called Maynard's Minute, and I would sit down and tell you how life's been going. But you know, given that I have a podcasting background as well too, I did a whole bunch of that GameHound stuff. I wouldn't mind starting another podcast. And given that, you know, we have Twitch and all that, it's a lot easier to do podcasting stuff. I wouldn't mind getting a group together to do that. I had the idea of doing one called Knights of the Round to get like people from different groups, like get Riggs and maybe get like kind of like how Riggs does the PlayStation VR stuff, kind of like that, where it comes from different groups and they all get together and they talk about games like once a month. So yeah, it looks like I think it's about it. Ooh. Ski kind of tastes good when it comes up, but it tastes way better when it goes down. Now I have all these fucking games. I gotta dedicate more time to playing games. God damn it. It's an endless cycle. Been talking about the con on my Discord server. Nice to see a few people new are special guests. Oh, nice. That's good to hear, Caston. That's really good to hear. Kind of excited to see some of the videos that are going to be coming out. I don't know. I was kind of hoping. I know Reggie and Riggs were doing videos over at Jason's private collection, which was really cool to see again. And freaking Jason was like, holy fucking shit. Jason actually commented on... Oh, that's funny. I just realized that. Metal Jesus Jason and Jason, who owns trading games. Whoops. So I'll have to try to do this. So Metal Jesus was really excited. He actually has commented on Jason's videos over on on I don't know, some of his older videos from like 7-8 years ago, and he's still like #1 commenter on some of these videos. And now he's there. He finally saw his collection, and I even asked, "Is like you kind of excited?" Because I know he's seen John Hancock's collection, and John Hancock's got a massive fucking collection of games. But he goes, "I'm actually really excited to see Jason's too." And Metal Jesus was like, from what it looked like in those streams, even Kinsey's like, "Holy fucking shit!" I think it's because Jason has all those kiosks. He's been in the business for so long too. A ski at midnight? Are you nuts? I'm off tomorrow. Come on. Yep, Gamehounds on Wednesdays on Spreaker. Yep. He AC Wrath always AC. I can't forget. Is it Wrath or Wraith? I can't remember. Either way, you always provide the links. You don't have to worry about finding the links. You always provide them for everybody. Yeah, funny enough that Dave was in here earlier. Dave Gardner. So holy goalie himself. He's probably got his bum fan on because his bum is sweaty. You know, from the khakis he was wearing earlier today. The khaki shorts, driving around in his Mini. Going, "Ah, shit, it's too hot. I'd rather it be hockey season. I want those Boston Bruins to kick some ass." Wraith. Okay, not Wrath, Wraith. Sorry. Yeah, Boston Bruins. And I don't think he's a Pittsburgh Penguins fan. I don't know. He always makes fun of the Blues, and it's true. Blues play good for the normal season. When they get to the playoffs, they're just like the Cubs. They just go out with a crying shame. They alternate between calling you Lancelot Link and their Link bitch. Well, it's funny enough. It's like with Adam Korlick, they're calling him Sega Bay because he's been going to all those Shinmu events. That's funny. Oh, Adam Korlick will be at Portland. He said, "Hey, I heard you're going to Portland." I said, "Yes, I am." And he goes, "I'll see you there." I said, "Oh, fucking perfect. I'll get you a beer." He goes, "I'm not an alcohol drinker. Coffee." It's like, yes, coffee. So, all right, guys. I've already gone through all my music. I think I'm just going to end it here. Everyone who's in here tonight, Zero Shift, GBO Metric, AC Wraith, Ride of the Lightning Force, Cherry, Extomatic, going through here, Dave Gardner with Redcast, who else? Billy Mack himself, Game Room TX. Thank you all for coming in tonight and chat with me. This was a success. Missouri GameCon 2018, success. Put it in the books. It's a fucking success. So I'm gonna put this video on YouTube here in a little bit. I'm not even gonna edit it. I'm just gonna put it right up. So, but thank you for catching me, everyone. We've got a little bit of some time until Portland, so there will be some streaming going on. I might stream a little bit for fun tomorrow. If not, you'll catch me on Saturday. We're gonna play some games. We're gonna take one more week break from playing Mother. Mother will be finishing up the week after because we're like 3/4 through the game. After that, I don't know what we're going to play, but we're going to play a shit ton of games because look, like seriously, I got this whole fucking stack. Especially now what we're hearing is Horizon Chase Turbo. I want to play that too, and we'll go from there. See the links down below, or if you're seeing this on YouTube, if you're seeing this on Twitch, you'll see Social Media Blade, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. If you're seeing this on YouTube, check the description down below. You got Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Catch me Saturdays, maybe some Sundays, but other than that, you can catch me then. But happy MOGameCon, everybody. It was a blast. I'm tired as shit. I've been talking here and rambling on for 2 hours and 12 minutes. But, well, we got this. We got this. Again, I love you all. Thank you so much. Chris, thanks again for the bits. I'm not really much of a bit guy or anything because, you know, I'm not that big. I hope one day I get big. I'd like to get a posse together and all that. And we all get, you know, popular. It's always nice to get popular and talk to people. So, everyone, have a good night. Have a good time. Have a good week of work. I'm going to enjoy my day off tomorrow. Maybe do the stream again. And if not, I will see you Saturday. Till then, my friends, stay fresh, stay clean. Mr. Maynard out. Adios.